in student government for a really long time, and I have so much respect for what the position is and does, and I just want to use, I guess, the skills that I have to best serve others, and student government's always been that place for me.
As for me, I'm running for the people that don't think they can run for student body president or vice president. Too long, the communities that I've been a part of don't feel like these spaces are meant for them, and I want to make sure that they have a voice at the table, not just for right now, but for the future generations of Longhorns.
So our platform has 6 points, and I guess I can just list them because for brevity's sake, but free transcripts, we want to secure a permanent endowment for the Survivors Fund, we want to repeal certain city sound ordinances, we want to break UT's contract with Airmark, we want to create a free camp for first-generation college students, and we want to have more sustainable housing affordability initiatives. I'll start with one that I think describing this will probably demonstrate that there's, I guess, research for the rest of them. So free transcripts. Right now, all of the money that is made from transcripts goes to pay the salaries for people in the registrar's office. So that's why there's that $10 fee. It can run anywhere from $125,000 to $200,000 every year. So the question is, how can you offset those costs to make transcripts free for students? So 4 options. First option, we just got a 3.1% tuition increase. If we could lobby for some of that money to be allocated to the registrar's office, that would be awesome. 2, UT is getting a new mainframe called SIS. Basically, the computer system that upholds all of our advising, accounting, and all of those different things is old, and it's getting revamped, and it has a huge budget, and we're hoping that we can move transcripts online, which is already in the works from Senate, and get them to be free that way because it gets rid of the labor cost associated. The third option is to have funds allocated through SSBC to cover the cost. And then the fourth option is maybe having your first 5 transcripts be free and maybe getting a smaller amount of money from one of the aforementioned.
How we plan to engage the community is pretty much one of the mainstays of our whole campaign is meeting students where they are and making sure that we're campaigning throughout the whole year. If we did get elected, that means this past week or past Tuesday, we went to Riverside for a town hall and making sure that we understood the plights, the situations of each community, because we understand that UT is comprised of so many different communities, so many different spaces, and we just want to make sure that they have a voice at the table.
Totally. And then another idea that we had was to create an approval poll, approval ratings for student government. Twice a year, 1,000 random students would get an email asking, have you been contacted by a student government representative? And if that poll came back negatively, I think it would encourage student government to do more outreach and make sure that we're upholding our outreach initiatives and efforts, because right now I don't think that's happening. I have so much respect for the position. A lot of people don't really know what student government president and vice president do, and I think if they did, maybe more people would vote. Basically, you sit on the President Student Advisory Council, Faculty Council, and every council down to Library Council, and you are the student voice. I think that our campaign is different in that I have so much policy knowledge about, what goes on at UT. It was so funny. We were talking about putting up an exhibit somewhere, and they're like, you have to call facilities, and I was like, get Susan on the phone. And I think that if you have to spend 6 months getting up to date about, what are the relevant interests on all of those committees, then you're going to do a disservice to students. And I think that additionally, I think Jesse offers perspectives that have not traditionally been in the conversation. Year to year, people talk about recruiting people from more diverse backgrounds, not just spirit life, not just Greek life. And I think when you couple institutional knowledge with perspectives that so badly need to be included, you have the potential to do something really special for a lot of people who maybe haven't been impacted by student government.
And kind of like she said, making sure that those voices are at the table. I feel like I'm the only one that has the track record of being able to work with those communities, and I know I can engage those communities to be a part of the student government, because it's a student government for all students, not just a particular group.
Yeah, I guess the last thing is just we are so committed to doing this. Anyone that knows me well knows that if I say I'm going to do something, come hell or freaking high water, I'm going to find a way to get it done. I'm so passionate about the university. I'm so passionate about service. I want to use my skills and my knowledge to make student government better for everyone, and I hope we get the chance to do it.
And for myself, I know right now I'm in a very privileged position and running for this, and I want to make sure that I'm honoring those who came before me, the past, and making sure that I leave this university for those voices who aren't represented in better hands for the future.